Hi, Kathy.
Hi, how are you?
Good. And hi,
Steve.
Steve. My
How you
name's Ashley. I'll be your therapist today. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Good. All right. And what brings you in today?
Well, you're the one that seems to be having a problem.
Whose idea was it to come?
It was her idea.
It was her idea?
Well, it kind
What's
of,
going on?
he thinks that I don't care about his feelings on just everyday and like birthdays and stuff like that. He just doesn't think I care about how he feels. And I do. But I'm tired.
Okay.
So like just like now he knows.
Okay, well, let me slow you down. So you believe that you guys have come in today because Steve feels that you don't care about his feelings, and you mentioned something about birthdays. Are you forgetting birthdays, or?
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't do it on purpose.
Okay.
But I'm just like really busy. I mean, I take care of all the household stuff. I take care of things at my job. I take care of the kids. And by the time I get through doing all of that, I'm just really exhausted. And all he does is he goes to work and he comes home, but he doesn't do any housework. He doesn't take care of the kids. He doesn't cook the meals. He doesn't plan for the meals. He doesn't do any of that stuff.
And do you work, or?
Yes, I do.
So you work and you have a lot.
Yeah, and I
going
work
on.
50 to 60 hours a week too. Plus, I work around here.
Okay. Well, I want to hear from Steve. So Steve, what is your response to? What do you hear Kathy saying?
No, I hear what she's saying. I hear she's tired. She takes care of a lot of stuff at the house. So do I.
Okay.
I'm active.
Well,
I'm active
okay,
duty
well-
military. You want to talk hours a week that I put in? I put in close to 80 hours a week,
Okay.
and then on the weekends I take care of my chores at the house.
Okay.
So
Well, will you? It seems that Kathy might not understand what you do around the house. Will you look towards her and tell her some of the things that you
she
take care of
knows
around?
she knows the chores that I take care of at the house. She knows
Okay. Well, let's.
she doesn't deal with any of the car issues. She
take care
doesn't
of the
deal with
cars.
any of the outside stuff. I take care of my own uniforms and stuff for work. She doesn't wash my clothes. I basically clean up after myself. Yeah, every week or so, or a couple of weeks or whatnot, maybe stuff needs to be deep cleaned. But you're not constantly coming behind me like a child and picking up. And plus, like I said, I do my own clothes, and I work 80 hours a week.
And how long have you guys been together?
20 plus years.
20 plus years.
You would ask her how many years, she wouldn't know. Because she doesn't keep track of anniversaries. Or birthdays.
So are you saying that she forgets birthdays and anniversaries?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Kathy?
Not kids' birthdays, though.
But
Just mine.
let's go back just a moment. When he was telling you what he did you hear him say anything about doing anything for the kids?
I take the boys to baseball and football. I take them to buy their sports equipment when needed. I help put them to bed. Sometimes I'm not here for shower time and bath time and dinner times I miss. It's all with my schedule with the military. You know, it's real flexible. I don't get to do that stuff. You know, when I'm home on the weekends and I'm in town, I try to help with the kids as much as I can. It's not like I just put them off and don't do anything with the kids.
Okay, let's ask him how often.
Well, you can ask him.
How often are you here to do that?
I can't help that my job, that is the main pay coming into this household, that pays for this household to run in the way it does.
But I work too.
I understand that, okay? But I'm saying, though, my paycheck is what covers a majority of the bills. I don't want to say that it puts ahead of yours, because nothing is that way. I don't want to sound like my job is more important than you, but I can't go and change what I do in the Army.
Can I stop you, Steve? So when he's saying, what are you hearing him say, Kathy? Because
Well,
I noticed your facial expression.
Well,
changed.
I kind of hear that in one breath he's telling me, well, I work 80 hours a week and I just don't have time to do all this. But then when I confronted him with helping with the kids, then it's like, oh, but I do this and I take them to practice and I do this and I do that. And then his last statement is, well, when I can.
I mean, when
which
I
is
can.
not very often.
And how do you guys communicate with each other about this at home? Does it look like it does today here? Just kind of the arguing back and forth,
We argue.
or what does that look like when you guys are talking about this?
I mean, we argue.
I mean,
You
I
can tell that
understand.
this is a point we don't agree upon. She has her version of how she feels it is, and I have my version. That's kind of why we're here, I guess.
And I kind of just leave it alone and just whatever and just go on and do what I got to do. And I just want to avoid any kind of confrontation with him whatsoever.
Okay.
So I just leave it alone.
So Steve, when Kathy says that she wants to avoid it and she just wants to leave it alone, when that happens at home, how does that make you feel?
I mean, I feel like it's not resolved. You know, the issues are just left undone. I mean,
But do you also avoid it, or how do you respond when you feel her distancing or her not or her avoiding the confrontation?
I mean,
What
I
is your-
try to approach it, but
What does that look like when you approach it? When you try to approach it?
you can tell when she shuts down, when she doesn't want to discuss it or have any more left to do with it. You can just tell she separates herself, and I know at that point that it's useless for me to pursue. So I tend to withdraw, pull back, I guess, if you want to call it.
Okay.
But I mean, the anniversaries and the birthdays are birthdays not as much as a big deal, you know, because I really don't need that. I know it's more important for the kids, you know, to have birthday cards and acknowledge the right birth date and stuff like this, you know. But with me, the anniversary, I feel that's like our day. That's our day. That's our special day. I was deployed to Iraq during the Iraqi war, and she got roses on the anniversary. Did I get a card mailed a month early or 2 weeks early to make sure it got there somewhat around the anniversary date? Because it was war. Hard to say. No, there was no card.
Yeah, but you did get
Okay.
boxes.
I
I
want
got
you guys
boxes.
to stop, and I'd like for you guys to turn your chairs towards each other. And I want you, Steve, I want you to share with Kathy. I want you to look at her and tell her how the feelings, how you were feeling on your anniversary when you knew that you had sent her roses and you did not receive a card or an acknowledgement or anything that showed that she was remembering your special day for just you two. I want you to look at her and I want you to share with her what you were feeling.
You know, I appreciated the boxes. That took a lot of effort.
Not the boxes, Steve. Just
Okay.
Just
Oh,
the
I was
note.
hurt. I was hurt when I didn't get anything for the anniversary. Were you surprised when you got the flowers?
No, we're not talking about the flowers. We're just gonna stick with when you
Okay.
didn't receive anything. I want her to see the feelings that you had with that.
I was upset. I guess I needed to know.
Okay, share it with Kathy.
I guess I needed to know that you still care.
And you
that
can
you're-
take her hand if you would like.
I'm okay.
Okay. Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Okay.
You know,
Whatever you're comfortable with.
I guess I need to have the acknowledgement that you're happy in what we got and that you're wanting to celebrate it too. I was 5,000 miles away and really had to focus on what I was doing there to stay alive and had enough time there.
Well, I totally understand your feelings, but
Okay, Kathy, what did you hear Steve just tell you?
that he was upset that
Looking.
that I heard you tell me that you were really upset that you didn't get anything for the anniversary.
But why? Why are you hearing him say? What is it that
Because
he
he
shared?
sent me flowers and he wanted something in return.
No, what is he sharing with you that he needs?
He needs my attention.
Okay, well let me
See how she doesn't get it?
No,
She doesn't get it.
no. Okay,
Don't
so
do it.
from
Not
what
doing
I
it.
hear, okay, let's slow down because I think this is important. So what I heard Steve share with you, Kathy, is that it is important for him to feel for him to feel that you're happy in the relationship with him, and that you also think that your anniversary is an important day that is worth remembering and celebrating and he's really needing you to understand that he needs that from you. How does that? Do you feel? Because do you feel that is this relationship something that you feel is worth celebrating?
Well, yeah, I mean,
Okay, can you tell Steve that it is?
It is worth celebrating, but I guess when you're thousands of miles away and you're not right here, it's kind of like, well, we're not really celebrating, so why not just wait until you get back or something? And at the same time, I'm like taking all the kids to practices, picking up from practices, taking to school, dropping them off from school, picking up groceries, cooking meals,
Okay.
doing laundry. I mean,
Okay.
I know you're busy.
so busy
I know you're busy.
that I forget our anniversary is that far away. I mean, I kind of get it, but
What do you mean you get it?
I mean, I get it that he's upset that I didn't send them an anniversary card or flowers. That I mean, it was easy for him to pick up a phone and go, "Oh, I want flowers sent to such and such address at such and such time." Where for me, I couldn't just pick up the phone and go, "Oh, I want flowers sent to this address at this time. Thanks," and hang up.
Do you think
Because I
that
didn't
he
have
had
an
no
address.
meaning behind that? Do you think he really sat down and tried to think about you and make sure that you knew that your anniversary was a special day? Do you think it came from a good place? Like,
Well, I think it came from a good place, sure.
See what's
But
funny
it's
is-
like real easy for him to come up with something like that because he knows where I'm at. He knows where to send something. But
Okay.
like for me to send something all the way over to Afghanistan or Iraq or whatever, it's not as easy. Even if I would have sent a box, and I've sent many boxes,
yeah.
and I said, I even sent a CD, come to think of it, that I took the time to make.
You sure did.
And it wasn't on your anniversary or anything like
And
that.
it was well appreciated.
But I'm
Can we
just
can we
saying
talk
there's
about the
kind of-
ease of how this happened?
we can talk about whatever you guys would like to talk about.
I had to create a patrol, leave the secure location that I was in, through a combat zone, active combat zone, to an area where I could get to a satellite phone, call a friend, have that friend order the flowers for me, because there's no way, I had no credit card in country, I had no nothing in country. So it wasn't as easy as just picking up a phone per se, okay? There was a lot entailed in that.
Okay, I
And
see what
the
you're saying.
thought for the flowers to be there on that special day, I thought was important.
Okay, I see your point, and I appreciate them. And I told you I appreciated them when I got them, and I was real excited.
You didn't seem excited on the phone while I was talking to you, though.
I was,
Okay.
but I was probably dealing with kid issues. So if I didn't seem that excited, I'm sorry.
This is where we're at. I mean, I don't feel that she understands. I mean, because it's even like birthdays and stuff, you know? A few years back, my birthday just came and went. It was like, I wasn't going to say anything, you know? I wasn't going to stand up and go, hurrah, it's my birthday, yay. But it just came and went. And I make it a point that we do dinner. I get the kids ready. There's cards, there's flowers, there's presents. Each of the kids have a gift or a present, whether they made it themselves and did it, or we went to the store and purchased something and put her name on it from them. And it's a celebrated day. Because I feel it's important. You know, for the kids to acknowledge their mother on her birthday.
Yeah, you're pretty good about that.
And let's not get started with Father's Days, you know. Yeah, it's pretty important for a dad to. But you can't expect
Yeah,
a 3-year-old
that's kind
or a
of-
5-year-old to remember Father's Day. It's your job to remind them that it's
What about
Mother's Day. or
Mother's
Father's
Day?
Oh, all the kids have always
no, no, no,
acknowledged
no, no.
Mother's Day. Yes.
No.
Yes.
I remember when we had our first child, and it was Mother's Day, and I was like, well, where's my Mother's Day? Well, I ain't your mother. That was your comment out of my mouth. Out of your
Because you-
mouth, not my mouth. Your
Because
mouth.
you didn't get a card from me. Did you get a card from our
Mother's
child?
Day comes before Father's Day.
Did you get a card from the child?
No.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not.
I can guarantee you did. Now, you asked me if I got you a card, and I said, you're not my
But they
mother.
have
I did
cards
say
out.
that.
They do have cards out there that for Mother's Day.
You're right.
from
Hallmark's got
your
cards for
husband.
everything, but this
Okay,
is
well,
not.
let's
This is
slow
my
down.
wife.
So I want you guys to look at each other, and I want you guys to ask each other or to tell each other what you need from the other person.
Do you want to go first?
I'd like you to start.
Oh, you would?
Kathy, why don't you go first?
Okay.
And look at him. I want you guys to share an eye contact and.
I need you to acknowledge when it's not just my birthday or any of the kids' birthday or whatever. I want you to be excited about wanting to go out to dinner, wanting to get a cake and a card and stuff like that for Mother's Day, for birthdays, and our anniversary. But you don't need to like go and spend a lot of money on a gift or anything like that, because to me, that's not what's important. What's important is the fact that you're happy being there, you're happy being a participant, you're happy that we're all together as a family celebrating this particular person's birthday, holiday, or whatever the case may be. That's what I need.
So what did you hear her say that she needs?
I heard she needs me to get excited about it, but I'm having a hard time understanding that. You know, the
What
kids.
does excitement look like to you? To be excited
The
about
kids'
the
birthdays, I'm
anniversary
excited about
or-
all of my children's birthdays. I'm excited about her birthday. I'm excited about all this. Yeah, has the excitement worn off with the anniversary thing? Yeah, it gets a little old when you're the only one that remembers.
And I told you, okay, but we're talking first. We're gonna hit one thing at a time.
You said birthdays and
Well,
anniversaries.
we're
Me,
talking
excited.
So, Kathy, if for Steve to be excited, what does that look like to you? What would you like to see?
Okay, wait.
What is exciting? Like, if you were to be excited about those celebrations that you mentioned, what would that look like?
That would be knowing that we're gonna go out to dinner. Say it's my birthday. When I come home from work, we're dressed, we're ready, we've got a big smile on our face, and we're like, okay, we're all going out to eat. The kids are meeting us there. We're going to your special place. I mean, just like, oh my gosh, I can't, like, this is going to be a really nice evening. Not like, oh my God, we're going to a place that I don't even want to go eat. We're going to this. We're going, and I mean, it's just negative. And when it becomes negative like that, even if there's one negative thing said, it's like, whatever.
So you start distancing
Yes.
yourself immediately when there's anything negative that
Absolutely.
happens in this. Does that change the way that you feel about the celebrations? Is that a pattern? Do things often
Well,
happen?
yeah, I mean, they kind of do. I mean, they didn't always.
So when did it change?
Well, I mean, like anniversaries, I am really bad at remembering dates. That I will give him. I completely admit that. Birthdays, I don't forget anybody's birthday, except for I might forget the year accidentally. But as far as somebody's birthday itself, I don't forget. I want to go out. I want to celebrate. I want to have a cake. I want to go out to eat. I want, we don't have to spend lots of money, but just spending that company, having that company to celebrate that person means a lot to me, and to bring a good atmosphere with it. Not to be negative about where we're going or what we're doing or who's going or who's not going, because I'm one of these people that the more the merrier. I'm okay with it. I don't want any Debbie Downers at a celebration. I want good, happy vibes, feelings, whether it's my birthday, whether it's my children's birthday, whether it's even his birthday. I want things to be really good and happy and all of that.
So you're saying what triggers you is the negative things.
The
Like when do
negative.
you start distancing or withdrawing?
The minute I feel the tiniest little bit of negativity, it's just I pull back.
Do you pick up on that, Steve, at all?
I mean, I sense her pulling back, but I don't know. I mean, she says the more the merrier. When she invites some of her family members, it would be great if the family members could come and everything would be calm. But she's got a few on her side of the family that have got nothing but drama in their life. And when they show up, the drama follows them. So how are we supposed to have a great celebratory day when I know a certain couple is coming and it's nothing but drama with them all the time? All the time. So why can't it be just our family, or maybe leave that person out once so that we can go and have a nice dinner and not be sitting there at a very expensive restaurant that we're having dinner and having to listen to their drama.
Okay. Well, I'd really like to stay focused on just
Well, I
maybe
guess-
on the next session we can focus on the celebrations with birthdays and an extended family. But on today's session, I really like to focus on the anniversaries and the birthdays, or maybe just the anniversaries, since that's a special celebration between the two of you, and that's who's here today.
You know, she said the big gifts. Well, back when we first got married, there was no money. She wasn't working. She was still going through school. I was a new soldier in the Army. There wasn't no money there. So it was the little things, I guess, that were important. But I guess as the years progress, you know, and there's actual money there and stuff, I like to buy her nice things. I like her to have nice things. I don't want her to walk
Okay,
around.
so I'm gonna
Okay.
slow you down. I want you to look at Kathy. Do you hear what he's saying?
I see now where that's coming from.
Okay. Can you repeat that back? Just let him
So-
know what you hear.
so-
I feel like there's a little bit of distancing occurring right now in our session. A little bit of you kind of pulling back and not really wanting to acknowledge how he feels in this situation. I think it's really important that you understand what he's trying to tell you. What do you hear him saying?
I hear him saying that because when we were first married, there wasn't very much, so he couldn't give me very much. And now that we're in a different part of our lives where we're able to do more, he wants to do more. And he wants to celebrate by doing that. And I mean, I understand, I completely understand what you're saying. And I mean, and that's good that you want to do that. The only thing that I'm saying, instead of going out and buying a big gift or something like that, if you were to come home and bake me cake, that means you had to put your time and effort into it instead of going to the store and buying a piece of jewelry.
I think Steve really does put time and effort into going to
See,
the
she
store.
doesn't even
Hold on,
see the
hold
time
on.
or effort
Let's
that's put in.
slow down. Let's slow down. I think Steve does put time and effort, don't you think, into driving to planning a trip to the store.
I'm not baking a cake.
Picking out. Okay, let's stay focused. I really feel like he does go and do you think that he does go and put effort into picking out? I mean, there's lots of things to pick out in a jewelry store. I mean, taking the time and actually, I mean, do you do that, Steve? You really?
I thought I did. I mean, honestly.
Well, I mean,
I can't
do.
bake a cake.
I mean, you do. It's just, I guess guess the older I get, I would rather go on a vacation instead of
Ask her this one, that couple
instead of
anniversaries back on
buying a piece of jewelry.
on her 20th wedding anniversary when she came home and I had cleaned the entire house, had the house spotless, and plans to go out to dinner. And the kids were at family to where we had the night alone, and she just wanted to come home and go to bed. Didn't even remember that it was the anniversary. Completely forgot. 20th.
I was
20th.
probably completely exhausted.
So was I. I worked all week too.
Well, I apologize. I'm sorry. I didn't mean for you to feel bad. I must have been just completely exhausted. You have to realize I'm around a lot of kids all day. And
I understand what you do. I couldn't do what you do.
It sounds like you both are very busy.
yeah, I would agree.
He's very busy in his career, and you're very, very busy in your career. And then you also have a family that you both are busy with.
Yeah.
Alright. Hi, I hope you enjoyed the video. I have really enjoyed practicing working with couples this semester because I have not had the opportunity
to gain a lot of experience working with couples and the dynamics between a couple. Emotionally focused therapy is a unique approach that's designed to help people accept, express, and regulate and make sense of their emotions. One of the things I really like about this approach to therapy, especially with couples, is because it really focuses on helping people develop emotional intelligence. For this particular couple, I chose this approach because I really wanted to help them become more aware of their emotions. I didn't want them to just learn about their emotions and to talk about it. I really tried to establish a setting in which each partner could experience their emotions.